Welcome to our PL-300 journey. In this session, we'll connect to data sources, manage credentials, choose between import and DirectQuery, and build dynamic parameters in Power BI. Now, let's connect to our sales data inside Power BI. From the Home tab, click on Get Data and choose SQL Server Database. A dialog box appears. This is where you'll enter your connection details. In the server name field, type your server name, for example, localhost. Next, in the database field, type the name of the database you want to connect to. For this demo, we'll connect to coffee_chain_sales. You'll see two options on the data connectivity mode, import and DirectQuery. This time, let's select DirectQuery. Once you've selected DirectQuery, click OK. Now, the navigator window appears. Here, you'll see all the tables available in your database. Check the table named Sales. That's where all our transactions live. At this point, you have two options. You can click Load to bring the data straight into Power BI Desktop, or click Transform Data to open the table in Power Query Editor for cleaning and preparation. For this session, let's choose Transform Data so we can explore and shape our dataset before loading it. After you do that, the Power Query Editor window opens automatically, showing your sales query on the left. And that's it. You're now successfully connected to SQL Server using DirectQuery. Now that we've already connected our sales data, it's time to bring in another dataset, targets. Click on New Source in the Power Query Home tab. From the list of options, click More to open the full data source menu. In the dialog box, select Folder as the data source type, then click Connect. Next, click Browse, navigate to your data location, and select the folder named Targets. Click OK, and then click OK again to confirm your selection. Power Query will now detect all the files inside your Targets folder. When prompted, choose Combine and Transform Data. Select your sheet, for example, Sheet 1, from the drop-down, then click OK. Power Query now loads the targets table into the editor. You'll see it appear on the left side under your queries pane with some helper queries. Now let's bring in the rest of our supporting data, our dimension tables. From the Power Query Editor, go to the Home tab. Click on New Source, then choose Excel from the list. In the file browser that opens, navigate to your Excel file. In this case, it's dimtable.xlsx. Power Query will display all the sheets in that workbook. Here, we'll select these sheets: Product, Subcategory, Category, Employee, Customer, Date, and Store. After making your selections, Power Query gives you a quick preview of each sheet's data so you can verify that everything looks correct. Once you've confirmed, click OK to proceed. Power Query will now load all 6 sheets into the editor. You'll see them appear neatly listed in the Queries pane on the left. Now, let's connect to a semi-structured data source, a JSON file. From the Power Query Editor, go to the Home tab, click on New Source. From the list of options, click More to open the full data source menu and choose JSON. Next, navigate to the file named inventory.json and click Open. Power Query will automatically detect the structure of your JSON file and load it into the editor. You'll see your new query, Inventory, appear in the Queries pane on the left. Note, for simple JSON files, Power Query can flatten and display the data directly. But if your JSON structure is more complex with nested lists or records, use the Transform Data option to expand and reshape it before loading. Finally, let's bring in our 2025 target data. From the Power Query Editor, go to the Home tab, click on New Source, and choose Text/CSV. Then, navigate to the file named 2025 targets.csv and click Open. Power Query will show you a preview of the data. Once you've confirmed the preview looks good, click OK. The 2025 targets table now appears in the Queries pane alongside your other tables. We'll clean, transform, and prepare them in Power Query shortly. But for now, all our key data sources are connected and ready for shaping. Next, let's talk about how Power BI authenticates to your data sources. In Power BI Desktop, go to File, Options and Settings, Data Source Settings. Here, you'll see a list of all the connections you made. Select your SQL Server connection and click Edit Permissions. You'll see the available authentication options, typically either Windows authentication or database authentication. If your SQL Server is local or on the same network, Windows credentials are usually preferred because they use your domain account. If your SQL Server requires specific login credentials instead, choose database authentication and enter the username and password provided by your administrator. The good news is Power BI securely stores these credentials, so you won't have to enter them again every time you refresh your data. Now, let's configure privacy levels. These control how Power BI isolates data between different sources. In the same Edit Permissions window for your data source, you'll see a privacy level dropdown. Here's how it works. Private. Data can't be combined with any other source. Organizational. Data can be safely combined with other trusted internal sources. Public. Data is open and can combine freely with any source. Since our SQL Server contains internal business data, let's select Organizational. This ensures Power BI can safely combine it with other sources, like our Excel products table, without running into privacy isolation errors during transformations. In import mode, Power BI copies the data from your source into its internal, high-performance engine called VertiPack. This means all queries and visuals are processed in memory, giving you lightning-fast performance. The trade-off is that your data isn't live. It only updates when you refresh the dataset. Import mode is best for small to medium datasets under a few million rows, when fast performance is more important than live data, when your database can't handle heavy query loads. In DirectQuery mode, Power BI doesn't import data. Instead, it sends live queries to the database every time you interact with a visual. This ensures you always see the latest data directly from SQL Server. It is best for real-time or near real-time data needs, large datasets that are too big to import, strict data governance, when data must stay in the source system. First, open the Power Query Editor. Go to the Home tab, click the drop-down for Manage Parameters, and choose New Parameter. Let's create the first one. We'll call it Server Name. Under Type, select Text. You can leave suggested values as any value for now. Then in Current Value, type your SQL Server instance, for example, localhost. Click OK. Now, we'll create another parameter, this one for the database name. Give it a name, database name. Set the type to text. But this time, let's make the suggested values a list of values. Add 2 entries. One for your development database as stored in the server. Here it is sales_dev, and another for your production database. Say sales_prod. Set the current value to sales_dev and click OK. Perfect. We now have 2 parameters ready to go. Next, let's use them in our SQL connection. In the Queries pane, click on your sales query or whichever one connects to your SQL database. Then, in the Applied Steps pane on the right, find the source step and click the little gear icon beside it. When the SQL Server database window pops up, you'll see boxes for server and database. Instead of typing values here, click the ABC icon beside each box. Choose Parameter, and then select Server Name for the server and Database Name for the database. Click OK. And just like that, your query is now dynamic. Now let's verify that our database switch parameter works correctly. From the Queries pane, select the Sales table. Go to the Transform tab on the ribbon. Click Count Rows. Power Query immediately adds a new step called Count Rows in the Applied Steps pane. This shows the total number of rows currently loaded from your active database connection. Next, in the Queries pane, locate your database name parameter, for example, database name. Under Current Value, Open the drop-down list and switch the value from sales_dev to sales_prod. Power Query will automatically refresh your data using the production database connection. Once the refresh is complete, click back on the sales table. You'll notice that the row count has changed, confirming that your parameter switch is working exactly as expected. Finally, you can remove the Count Rows step from the Applied Steps pane since it was only used for testing. And that's a wrap. Today, we connected Power BI to all our key data sources, set up parameters, and explored import versus direct query. Stay tuned for the next session where we will transform this data